Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today and in the very first of my sneak peeks on video. So we've got the autumn winter catalogue, the mini catalogue, seasonal catalogue, the one that comes out on the 4th of August. It's coming very soon, so I've got a sneak peek for you. Now we've got this most enormous suite coming called Wonder of the Season. It's got 2 different paper packs, it's got 2 stamp and die bundles, it's got memories and more, and it's got the most glorious ribbon, and I wanted to show it to you. So look at that, you can see all that foiling going on. I've made a double lidded, or a big lidded box, and I've got shaded spruce there because this is the ribbon. These both are the ribbons from it, and that's one of the stamp sets. So we've got velvet paper. That's not part of that suite, it's a different suite, but oh my goodness, it is just, you can hear my hand. So that's real red velvet ribbon, and this is real red cardstock. So that's how it sounds. Lovely. And they are actually the same colour. I'm not really sure what my camera's doing. And then the paper pack. So one side is black and white. It's this lovely, whimsical retro, the North Pole Chronicle. Just lovely retro designs. But it's the other side when the party happens. And we've got red foil. More red foil. That was the one I used on my original box. And then more. And look at this, we've got recipes. Can you imagine cutting that out and putting it on the front of a card? Or even perhaps following the recipe. We've got holiday fruitcake, and then we've got French and German over there. Salt dough for handmade ornaments. Oh, that's brilliant. Although I will query, we're British, we don't work in cups of stuff, we work in grams and what have you. But then we've got gold, so we've got different sheets again. I mean, just look at that. Breaking news, bells spread, Christmas cheer. Gold. This is lovely, and I kind of hadn't really noticed this, but it's a story. I just love that. And then gold, I think that is the same as my original. Yes, it is. So that's the gold version of it, or very similar. Yes, it is the same. And then gold in that, and then more of the writing. So that's just utterly delightful. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to go with this one. And yeah, really, what a charming, charming set. So that might look a little bit strange on a box. I don't know. I think it's going to look great. I want to read this story now. Anybody else? Letters to Santa break all-time record this year. Dear Mrs. Claus, I love getting my annual poinsettia every year to deck my halls, and I always get the Christmas blues when the leaves wilt and the flowers fade. How can I keep my floral fresh and flourishing into the new year? From Wilted Wanda. And then there's a reply, and I can't read it, so I'm guessing a bit of it is there and a bit of it is there. How lovely. Anyway, let's make you a box. Okay. Simply scored. So I've got 12 by 12 cardstock. That's 12 by 12 inch paper. Make it 30 by 30 centimetres if you are metric. And score it at 3 inches on all 4 sides. 7.5 centimetres. I have to say, the base cardstock, we're going to cover it completely. It's not massively important that you choose a coordinating colour. But actually, yes, it is. So 3 inches, and we're just going to slide out a tiny bit on the right hand side. I showed you this in Monday's video with the Whale of a Time punch. Just slide it out. Okay, so this is going to be available the 4th of August in my online store. If you haven't requested a catalogue, let me know. You can get in touch. Usual ways. In the description bar, there's ways to get in touch with me. I have catalogues in English, French and German, and I can send them to, deep breath Sam, the UK, the Netherlands, Austria, France and Germany. There we go. So I've just scored all of that. I'm going to do the same on here. Oh, see, that's lovely as well. A Visit to Santa Claus Land by Georgine Faulkner. And that's the story. How charming is that? Can you imagine that on scrapbook pages? That would just be lovely. But the whole suite is beautiful. It really is. We've got another paper pack, and it's very very traditional, the other paper pack. It's called 'Tis the Season, and it's got, well, the colours that are included in that are real red, cherry cobbler, garden green and shaded spruce. So yeah, proper old school nostalgia. So, okay, let me show you on the base how we're going to cut. So we're going to cut straight up there, wedge, wedge, and rotate round. Okay, and then so you can see I've taken chunks off either side, and just keep doing it. So my boys, they've been homeschooled since March. They finished school last week. Not completely convinced that their day has changed very much, other than they're not at their PCs doing schoolwork. They're at their PCs doing games. But it feels very strange. Very odd. Okay. So that's what I've done all the way around. You can see I've wedged off at the side, and I'm going to repeat the same on the paper lid. Okay. That was really wibbly. That was not straight cutting by any stretch of the imagination. But look at that, all that wibble. I'll do the same here. That's better. Oh, I feel bad cutting into these stories. And then keep rotating. Oh, it's happened again. I think it's where the paper is bending under my fingers. Oh God, children walking around. Like I say, the school holidays haven't made a huge amount of difference, but one of them's just walked to my office door and gone, oh! I walk back out again backwards because you can see I'm filming. Okay, but we've got fire doors on our house, so that's why there was a big bang just then. Yeah, we've got fire doors, so they automatically close, and not a single person in our house remembers to hold and close the door shut, apart from me at night time when I creep around. So we have doors banging all over our house the whole time. Okay, so I'm just building up the sides. Oh, what happened there? Let me just fold all that round. That's better. This is a big gift box. You could fit so much stuff in here. You could also fill it with tissue paper and then put not very much in it. But it would be good for clothing, or maybe if you post gifts to somebody, maybe a relative, and you could put that. This could be almost like the big gift box, and then you fill it with lots of little small wrapped gifts. I remember doing that for my nana years ago when I was probably about 17, and my mum had bought all these gifts for her mum, and then put them inside one great big box and posted it to her. I don't remember what it was for. I don't know that it was Christmas. It was possibly birthday. But we weren't able to see her that particular year for whatever reason, so she posted it, and I've kind of always thought, what a charming idea. Okay, so you can see I'm sliding on the lid. You know it's a snug fit when it sounds like that. So there we go, brilliant. Okay, and yeah, and it doesn't, we're not missing the story, but somebody could. If somebody was going to sit and wait and read that before they opened it, I would be impressed, but they could sit and read it afterwards. Okay, so look at this ribbon. Isn't that lovely? And it comes as a 2-pack with brighter gold. So we do have a thin gold ribbon, and that's from the Forever Fern suite, and it's a bit more old gold. Come on, focus on me. Focus. There we go. This one on the right is more old gold. It's a bit paler, a bit more champagne-y colour, whereas this is brighter, this one. And they come as a pair. Okay. Okay, good scissors. I keep my good scissors stashed somewhere else with a bright red ribbon on, so that I know they're my good ones. Do you know what? I could never work in a shop where they offer a gift wrapping service, could I? Bow tying, not my forte. What have I just done with those scissors? There they are. That's a bit of a chewed up end, so. Okay, so that's the box done and ribboned. So I want to do just a little bit of stamping, but then a big chunk of die cutting. So this is called Wishes and Wonder, and the die set is called North Pole Wonder, and it has a great big tag that comes with it. So let's use that great big tag, and I might go for the deer on this one. So that deer goes around there, but you do have a deer that you can cut out, and it will emboss this sort of detail on his chest, on the stag's chest, and you've got rosettes and all. It's just lovely, but I think I'm going to go with the deer on this one, not the sleigh. So okay, grab a block for that one, and some Whisper White. Okay, hang on. Whisper White, and I think I'm going to do him in early espresso. And normally you'd see me do something like Wink of Stella to bleed out that colour, but this is very much outline, so I'm going to stay outline on there. And then my velveteen paper, I think I'm going to cut that way. And I'm just cutting out the piece I need. So right, where's my top plate? There it is. So I've got my deer on there as well. So I had the magnetic plate, base plate, cardstock, dies, and the top plate over. Do you know what? That really doesn't feel like it went through at all. You know how sometimes you do die cutting, you're like, did that go through? Apparently it did. So, okay, that's good. I can order the new die cutting machine on the 4th of August. The demonstrators can order on the 4th of August and get the new die cutting machine. Excited. And I believe it's a month later it goes live to everybody else, but don't quote me on that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the detail at the bottom of this die cut. Can you see that there? I don't know if you can. It's like a stitched edge. Really pretty. So I'm going to take a length of this and double it over. And push the loop through first and pull it through like that. And then my stag, I take some dimensionals. Pop one there, and he's on there. And then to finish this off, this is another thing from the suite. We've got these, they're called Wonderful Gems, and I really hope I can get close enough to the camera. So they are faceted like rhinestones, but they look different because they've got loose, well, it's loose glitter inside, but the glitter is no longer loose. It was sort of like, at the point they were making it, they sprinkled glitter, so that's why they're all slightly different. So you can see that one's got lots in, but this one hasn't got as much. Just brilliant. And then the red ones as well. So I love them. They're just so different. I've never seen anything like that before. But yeah, really, really different. And one down there. And I was going to put that on the original one. So now I'll slide my bow up, and I'm going to slide this one to the right hand side. Some more dimensionals on the back of this. On there, just tuck that behind the tails. And those are my 2 Wonder of the Season boxes. Aren't they lovely? They are, I just love it. I'm going to have so much fun with that this year. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to see you very soon. Bye.